Woo! It is bright out here, but not quite as bright as this.
I love gold!
What's going on, everyone? Back with another episode of Stuff and Things, and I luckily have a very nice day here in late October, which means I have a chance to get outside and do at least one more electric skateboard review before it starts getting frigid cold, snowing, sleeting, raining, and gross for the rest of the fall and winter. This one I've kind of been sitting on for a while. I received this board before I went traveling out to Las Vegas, and now it is finally chance to get into it. So today we're taking a look at the Eflow. When I opened this board, there really weren't any instructions or specifications on it, so let me pull up their website real quick and see what they have listed. Judging by their site, this is the Eflow X2. It is a two-wheel drive hub motor board. They describe this board as a commuter, a cruiser with suitable range and effortless uphill power. There are 3 different ride modes. This should take me to a max speed of 17 miles per hour, which isn't too shabby for a little tiny board like this. It can supposedly climb hills up to a 25% grade. The battery should last me roughly 6.2 miles. It has regen braking and it is IP65 rated. So those are pretty decent specs for this little board if it does actually meet those. What I already like about the board is that it is fairly light, only about 10 pounds, and that is due to the size. This is basically the size of a nickel penny skateboard. The construction seems pretty decent, the trucks feel okay, but look at the reflectiveness of this thing. It is obviously going to be a fingerprint magnet, but at the same time, it is pretty cool looking. A few years ago when I was in college, I would ride a nickel board pretty much everywhere to class every single day, and it was super easy to throw into a backpack or just carry around with me into class, and this kind of falls right into that category as well. The controls on the board seem very simple. There is no auto turn on. There is a little charging port on the bottom though, and an on switch, so I will turn that to the on position. The board, of course, did ship with a charger for the board itself, the controller, and a T-tool. I'm not sure if I will need this because I actually haven't even stood on this board yet. Speaking of the controller though, it is a very familiar controller with a lot of other Chinese boards. It has a power button, forward and reverse, and it is a scrolly thumb wheel similar to the boosted board. That is probably one of my favorite electric skateboard controllers out there right now. So as long as there's no connectivity issues or any kind of weird hiccups with this thing and the board, I think this should be a win. Here we go, checking out the flex for the first time. It probably won't be very flexy. It is a plasticky feeling board. However, the battery's in there. Stretch the whole length between the trucks. So yeah, when I stand on this thing, the trucks are feeling okay and the board does really not flex at all. That could be a pro or con depending on how you like your boards, but the real test is going to be actually riding this thing. I do like that the board has a kicktail, like I said, very similar to a nickel board that I used to ride all the time, so when you're getting into tight places, I'm probably going to need that to help turn a little bit. I will power on the remote. Hopefully this is starting in the low mode. Whoa, that is pretty quick. Yeah, that is definitely the low mode. I'm going to turn the tracking app on my phone. A lot of people ask me which one I use. If you're using Android, I will leave a link for it in the description down below. This should hopefully give me an accurate top speed and distance as well as ride time. So now let's see how this thing does. So right off the bat, like I thought, the controller is nice. The acceleration curve seems smooth because of it. And I'm not going super fast, obviously, in the low mode, but it does feel pretty smooth and stable. I'm not on the most smooth asphalt right now, and the wheels seem to be sucking up all the little rocks and bumps pretty nicely as well. Now what I'm going to do first is go directly to the big hill that I always test boards on. Because this board is so small and the hub motors are smaller than some previous ones that I've tested, chances are it's not going to do the entire hill all the way to the top, but we're going to test it anyway and see how far it can actually make it. The brakes seem okay, but there's a weird noise coming from the backside here. It sounds like something is loose. Maybe it is just, I don't know, the way the motors sound for some reason. Everything seems okay other than that. I'm gonna bump it up to the fast mode and keep on going. Alright, here we are at the start of the hill behind me. I'm already going to check the app because if I hit this thing's top speed, it would have been just now on that nice smooth pavement. I've gone about a mile for 7 minutes with a max speed of 16.04, so it's not exactly what they advertise, but then again, it's not that bad either. I'm really curious to see though how this thing is going to get up this hill because 16 miles an hour does not seem like quite enough power. So again, I am in the top speed mode. I am going to push off a little bit to help this thing out. And we'll see what it can do. You guys hear that noise? Oh, it's trying. This is the least steep part of this hill, and it's still moving. It's still really, really trying. I'm really not going very fast though. Go, go, go. You're almost there. Putting a lot of stress on these motors right now. And we made it. I'm not even going to try to attempt the rest of this hill because I actually want to conserve some battery. I wouldn't say that that is quite 25%, but hey, it's doing okay. I'm gonna try to brake going down this hill, see if I can get back any of that energy that we just lost. I also don't want to go too fast and give a false top speed rating, so let's just stay on the sidewalk. This is a pretty steep hill right here, so I'm testing out the brakes. They seem to be holding up pretty well, actually. Hopefully that is regenerating some of that energy. I can't quite come to a complete stop until it levels out, but I am going fairly slow. All right, I've made it back to the start point. I've gone a little over 2 miles, and I want to check the battery just to make sure that it's not going to die on me. The LEDs on the remote are definitely nice and visible, even in the bright sunlight. If I press the power button once, you will see that I have 1 full light and 1 blinking. So I tested all the performance. I have a good idea of what that is. Now I'm gonna try to get the most distance out of this board. I'm just gonna kind of do laps around this park. There's a little bit of an uphill, a little bit of a downhill. I'm just gonna do circles until I can get this thing to run completely out of battery. So just after that 1 lap, I already got a buzz from the controller. It's still showing about the same power level though. I'm not sure what that buzz meant. Maybe the motors are getting a little warm, although it is fairly cool out here, so that should not be the case. And those goofy noises that you're hearing, I'm pretty sure are just coming from the bearings or the wheels. I don't think anything is actually loose, it just kind of sounds funny. Alright guys, back from my initial test of the Eflow X2. The board seems to be pretty good, but let's actually check out the real specs. So with a rider my weight, about 175, 180 pounds, I went a total distance of just 4.15 miles, total ride time of about exactly 30 minutes, and the max speed has not changed since the beginning of 16.04. So the board did not live up to the exact specifications that they list on their website, but no board really does. The rideability of it is definitely very nice. I like the controller, it was very smooth, the braking seemed okay as well. The wheels and bearings seem to be fine as well, minus that little chattery noise. I'm not exactly sure what that was, but as you can see, everything is fairly tight on here. Now this board does cost $415 as of right now. I'm not sure if that includes shipping or not. So this is going to be right in the ballpark of a lot of those other bigger boards that you have seen me review here on the channel in the past. You're obviously not going to get the same specs as you would find on a Meepo or the Wowgo, but at the same time you're getting this nice small package, portability, and the cool reflective gold color if that's what you're into. Now, like you guys know, I don't really live in an area where I'm riding e-boards all the time like I used to in the past, so I cannot really speak to the long-term durability of this thing. Is the battery gonna last a while? Are the wheels gonna get chewed up or anything like that? But just from my initial impressions, could I recommend this board? If I was back in my college days riding a nickel board this size around all the time and e-boards were a thing at that time, I think I might be able to justify this. Most college campuses aren't as big as the one that I was on, so this thing should get you around pretty much most campuses depending on the hill situation. You're not gonna get the same specs as a bigger, faster board with a longer distance, but at the same time, this is going to be much easier to carry with you into class or into work or pretty much wherever you're going. The kicktail is nice in case you need to navigate any tight alleys or maybe around different pedestrians and stuff like that. A nickel board is around $120, at least when I bought mine, so an extra $300 will give you 2 hub motors. It'll take a rider my size a little over 4 miles at around 16 miles per hour. Is that price point of $415 justified to you guys? That's all personal preference, obviously, so let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. In my opinion, I think it is a pretty snazzy looking board. The specs seem to be decent and it is nice and portable, so yeah, I think I can give my thumbs up of approval saying that I could recommend this board. Now, since I'm in an area now where I do not ride electric skateboards all the time, I figured I might as well return the favor once again like I have in the past and give this away to one of you guys. In order to enter to win this board, all you have to do is go down to the description and find the link for my Instagram, find the picture of me standing on this board, and then it's just 3 things. Follow me, like the picture, and tag a friend in the comments down below that picture. Since it is Halloween today, this is like a Halloween giveaway, so let's let it run for an entire month and then I will pick a winner accordingly. At the end of November, I will randomly pick a winner and announce it either in my story or in the caption of that picture. This is just a small way that I can give back to you guys for watching everything that I do here on this channel, like electric skateboard videos. So if you want to find out more details and specs on the Eflow, I will leave a link to their website in the description down below. I haven't seen a whole lot of people with these boards yet, so maybe if you have one, also let me know what you think about it in the comments down below. If you have any questions, let me know, but other than that, that is all that I had for you guys today. So if you are new to the channel, consider clicking subscribe because I make new videos every week, and I will talk to you guys in the next one.